Hey, it's still September 9th. It's about 4 o'clock p.m. now. This will be part two of the live trading video. As you can see, we're looking at the Euro US dollar again. So, it's really slow, I guess. But pretty much after that video, price came down. And we're watching a couple things here. I'll draw them in real quick. We actually had this trend line. As you can see, price closed against us at the time. And then the next candle was a nice follow through. After the video ended, we had this reversal, push straight up, stopped me out of the trade, right, for a loss. Now, one thing I'm looking at right off the bat is my stop is way too tight, maybe like a pip or so. If let's say this trade does continue down, that's one thing I'm going to be, writing down, especially at this time of day. Use, wider stops, especially when the bigger trend is in your favor. Again, if it blows through, then that's a good indication that, a reason not to trade this time of day. But, essentially what I've been doing is I've been keeping track of my trades on this page. And you can kind of see, I'm having these steep sell-out or, steep drops in my equity curve. And, one of the reasons is, as you can see here, I kind of racked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 6 losers in a row. I don't know if I'll count this as a winner, probably break even. So this is from today, the Euro trade that we just talked about. And, you can see the time. So you can see it's, this one was overnight trade, which, we'll ignore that. But these ones right here, 2, 20, 20, 20, 21, 23. And that's in this zone right here. So you can't see it, but because a lot of stuff is on private. But if I do go to the actual dollar amount and see winners versus losers, I can see that pretty much 90% of my losings come from 19, 20, 21. So I'm trying to shoot these videos in an effort to decide, okay, is it something that I need to adapt to my trading style, or is it just an overall bad time to trade? What I can do with these videos is go back, look at them, and say, okay, well, I screwed this up and I changed this up, or if price is just not very rational during these hours. This is like generally after U.S. close and then into Asian session. That would be this time frame right here. Especially this is like in the heart or in the beginning of Asian. So this is more Europe up here, and my winners have been, in this area in terms of dollar amount. So anyways, going back to the charts, looking at what happened here, you can see we kind of just barely came up. If you look at the 15-minute, you can see we had this reversal bar, price popped up, failure to close above again, and then just pushing back down. So we're grinding sideways. We'll have to see what happens later on to see, if this trade works out in the favor or if it goes against us. So anyways, another problem I was having the other day was I was looking at the correlations. And so that's one thing that I like to look at just to give me a general idea of if I'm essentially on the right side of the market or not. It gives me a broad sense. So, for example, if I see the euro doing something and the rest of the market is doing something else in terms of dollar strength weakness, I might be on the wrong side and essentially get run over. But I found that those don't hold out so well during this time of day. That's one thing that I'm noticing now. I was using yesterday, especially as I was going back and forth on those trades. So I got to trade each one individually. The other thing was I need to hold a stop, until I actually get stopped out. So what I was looking at was the euro, and the euro, looking at it from starting off on a daily standpoint. I can pull up a fresh chart here, and looking at it, or I'm sorry, this is the pound. Looking at it on a daily chart, you can see the close yesterday was a little bit more bullish, right up to the top of the range. We closed past the high of these candles, but again, we are still under this swing point right here. So I'm keeping in mind that that slightly bullish stance, but we haven't really broken out to confirm anything yet. Just kind of basing here. And looking at that on a 4-hour, we had this very nice bullish candle, followed by probably inside bar now. At the time, it was still forming, but not quite to the degree of the euro, where we've seen this sharp sell-off and inverted hammer on the 4-hour. So anyways, I'm looking at this, and I actually saw a break of the trend line here, a pullback to 50% of the move, and then I waited for confirmation, which was a break of the level here, and the stop is right here below this low. So as you can see, we came back down, retested, broke through it, kind of hanging out here, and if we do manage to break it lower, I'll be out of this trade also for a loss. Which kind of makes me think that all right, maybe it's not the best type of trade because again here, technically, you know, the setup is there. So we'll have to take a look and see how that pans out. And again, if the zero does work out, then I guess we can assume that we just need a little bit more wider stops in this time, during this time frame. But other than that, we'll have to let it pan out a little bit, and I'm holding this pound until the market tells me I am wrong. So that's it. I'll probably have a part 3 just to sum things up, see what I find and what I'm going to change. Thanks for watching MugTrading.tk.